Hey, welcome to Journeying with Us Through the Scriptures. We are back at it again as we go through Matthew. We had been talking about Jesus's authority over creation, people, the spiritual realm. And that's what Jesus has been, or Matthew has been trying to communicate up until this point. Right now, he is bringing a synopsis or a summary of what has been happening lately, what has been happening lately. So he says that Jesus goes through every city, going through every town, preaching the kingdom and healing all manner of sickness and disease and casting out demons. Of course, we had said he was doing that before. And then from the next thing he's saying, he says, seeing the people, he had compassion upon them because they were like sheep without a shepherd, distressed and dispirited and stuff. And then he says, beseech or pray or ask the Lord of the harvest to breed more workers because the workers are few and stuff like that. So that's the end of the chapter. So what does that say? What is that? What is going on? What is God saying? What is Matthew trying to communicate? What is the message that is being communicated? So he's saying beseech. So Jesus is going into all these cities and healing all manner of sickness and disease and preaching the gospel and stuff like that. He's preaching the good news. He's doing that. And people are coming to him. He says, and then he relates those people to sheep, the sheep of a flock of a sheep that belong to a certain flock of people. And he also relates those people to harvest. Of course, or to a crop. He is using agricultural terms and what is it? Shepherding terms, because that was their lifestyle. He's using their words and stuff like that. He's using their examples so to explain a point, to get at a point. Yeah. You want to come over here? Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. All right. So he is using their terms to prove a point. And so that point is that there are people that are gods that Jesus is coming to, and they are coming to him. There is a harvest that God owns that is his, and Jesus is the reaper of that harvest. So, I mean, I'm not a Calvinist or anything like that. I don't like to label myself as any of these things, Arminius, Calvinist, whatever it is. I'm just reading the text. And so what I'm seeing here is that, okay, the Lord of the harvest is, then my question was like, is Jesus not the Lord of the harvest? You know what I'm saying? No, because Jesus is pointing to somebody else as the Lord of the harvest. That would be God the Father. Beseech the Lord of the harvest that he would send more people into the harvest because the workers are few and the harvest is plentiful and stuff like that. So Jesus is the reaper. That's his position, or Jesus is the king of his people, but the people belong to God. I mean, it's also good job, little baby. It's almost like in other parts of the text, he's saying, I am the good shepherd. The sheep hear my voice, and I know them and I call them by their name, and they come to me, and stuff like that. And there is a division of people or there's a division of the sheep and the goat. There are those who belong to God, and there are those who do not. Those people who belong to God come to God when their God or Jesus is present and calling them. And those people who are not his don't come and stuff. So I mean, that's what it just seems like. that's what it just seems like. I would encourage you to study the text for yourself get into it. But it just seems like when we're looking at this text, is he's saying, seeing the people, he felt compassion on them because they were distressed and dispirited like sheep without a shepherd. All right, you know what I mean? It could be like all the people that he was healing and all the people he was bringing, or he was bringing the gospel to, or the good news to, were, again, he was just having compassion on people in general, not that they were his people, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. You know what I mean? He was just using the analogy that, hey, some people are like, I'm having compassion on them. I'm moved to compassion because these people are like this. You know what I mean? Not that there is a specific type of, that they are the sheep of the pasture, the sheep of the flock. They're just people who are in distress, and he's just using that analogy. At the same time, he also says that the harvest is plentiful. Beseech the Lord of the harvest to add more workers. You know what I mean? The harvest is already there, or the people is already there, the people are already there. They just need to be urged or called upon or something. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing there. I mean, maybe the mixing of the analogies is confusing. It deserves more study, and that's what I encourage. Is that we get into the text and wrestle with the text and ask the text questions. Why is this saying this? And I would encourage you not to bring any preconceived notions to the text and stuff like that, because you do have biases that you bring into the text when you're bringing it into the Word of God. I would say just try your best to just be like the people who would have seen it or heard of it when they first heard it, when you are reading it and stuff, and not bringing all this other stuff into it and reading it through that lens and stuff like that. So that's what let God speak to you through that. So what is the one thing that I see that, hey, the workers of the heart, the people can also participate in God bringing his plan to completion. He says, hey, the workers, the harvest is plentiful. Beseech or ask the Lord of the harvest to send more workers. You know what I'm saying? Implying that if you do not, then they won't come. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or that implying that if you ask, then they will come. You know what I'm saying? So because he's saying you can participate in this, so go ahead and participate. We need you to participate in bringing people into the kingdom and stuff like that. So that's the one thing. The illustration I was thinking, it would be almost like the undercover boss. Jesus is the ultimate undercover boss coming into the business that he founded, the business that he owns, and he is seeing the real workers, and he is seeing them in their distress in his own business and stuff like that. And then of course there's changes that are made at the end and stuff, and there could even be those people who are fired because they don't align with the vision and the goal of the owner and the founder. And he kicks them out of his business. But those people who are, aligning with the people who are with the vision and the owner of the founder and stuff like that, the boss, he even promotes those people who are doing the work that he would probably do if he was in their position and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? This has been Apologetics. Sorry if I don't apologize. You guys have a blessed day.